Okay, so a lot of stuff has happened. I was on a vacation for like 2 weeks, and I literally came back a few days ago from my vacation, and boy, I tell you, so it was insane. Okay, so like for example, it was the first day. I think I reached Puerto Rico around 1 a.m. in the morning, like in the night, 1 a.m. in the morning. I went to my place, checked in, and then I met the host. He was really nice person. He gave me the heads up of what to do, where to go, where's my bed, everything. It was good. I slept good, and then next day morning I woke up, went to the common room, had myself some good breakfast. They had some nice breakfast, some nice biscuits, some nice tea, had everything, and then I met few people. Honestly, this is my bad. I mean, this is not my bad. It's like a common thing. Everybody forgets everybody. Yeah, when you're going on a solo travel. So here I met Kelly. This is the first person I was not able to forget. So they had a good presence, good energy. She's from US. She's been solo backpacking for like 2-3 months, and she's still traveling a lot. I loved her energy. We had a nice chat about things we wanted to do in our lives, like a really nice, good conversation about what keeps us being us and what keeps us going, and how if you are not standing up for yourself, nobody else is going to stand up for you. Something like that. It was like a really nice philosophical way of conversation between us. She was really lovely. We had nice conversation, and sadly, I was just there for like 8 hours on the same day, and then I had to leave because I had my bus as well. So yeah, and then I said my goodbyes to her. Hopefully we're gonna meet soon. Kelly, you're a nice lad. And then nice girl. And then I go to Qatar. Now here begins the actual fun. So I booked this hostel for like 4-5 days. It was hostel for you. It was like a party hostel. Really nice hostel, really nice host, really nice volunteers who are people like me, but who were staying there for like a long period of time and helping the people who were coming. So it was like a really nice hostel. And then I met Aiden, Sophie, Lucy, few more, Alice, and a few more, but I forgot their names. Okay, so these were the people who were volunteers. Yeah, there I met Desiree, Matthew, Michael, Mackenzie, Lily. So these were the 5 people, and me, including me, 6 of us made a group pretty quickly because I think we were chatting in the common room where everybody was having their own drinks and fun, and then I already prepared my whole trip. Everything was booked, and I just wanted either me going solo, I don't mind, or maybe if somebody wants to join, they're glad to join. So, and then these 3 girls, Desiree, Lily, and Mackenzie, they were trying to have a conversation with the host, saying that they want to go for the boat ride, which I already planned. They also wanted to go to the cable car, which I already planned. They also wanted to go to the Alpine coaster, which I already planned. So, and they were like discussing with him how to do and all. Then I was like, hey ladies, if you don't mind, I've already planned everything. I can help you out with the bookings and stuff. I know a little bit of information. And if you want to join me, we all can go together. Yeah. And they agreed. And then Michael was with me as well. So I was like, Michael, do you want to join us? He's like, hell yeah, why not? And then I asked Matthew. He was like, sure, fair enough. So Michael, Matthew, these were the guys from Australia. Again, every Aussie I met. Disclaimer, every Aussie I met, I love them. And secondary, everybody was on like a 3rd or 4th month of vacation, and somebody was like, this guy, I'll tell you about him. 9 months of his vacation, like 9 months of his solo traveling, which is insane. And he was to the end of his trip as well, which is really good. So now we all went to the cable car. Oh my boy, high up in the mountains, 1350 meters top the mountain. The views were insane. I'm gonna put the views here. You're gonna see the views. Insane. And then there on the top of the mountain there was a bar, Monte 1350. Shout out to that. I love the bar. I went there. We had some good drinks, chilling, vibing, and then we went to a nice restaurant. I think because the altitude was higher, even if we get only less drinks, we were getting tipsy really fast, which was the good thing as well. And then we have everybody of us, all of us had the fast track pass for the Alpine coaster, so we had to stand in a VIP queue. We went really faster, and at nearly at sunset, and the sunset was like around 8:30 there. So we went to the sunset point, and we rode the Alpine coasters on the edge of the cliffs of the mountain. And trust me when I tell you, one of the most memorable things I've ever done. The views were insane, the fun with the people was insane. We were kicking each other, hitting each other, braking, moving so fast on the Alpine coaster. It was an insane, surreal experience. It was nearly exhilarating, saying that the, the adrenaline rush I got from that was really, 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 really high. And after that, we all went back. We were tired, just went to bed, slept, and then the next day, everybody, like some of them already did the hike, some of them were already leaving to a different place, but then Desri and me wanted to hike the mountains of Kotor, so we went there. It's called Ladder of Kotor. We hiked the place. It was a good 2-3 hour journey, but it was really good. There we met the cheese man. He was a really nice man, had some good cheese with him, good food, good breakfast, good drinks, really fun guy. And then I came back down the mountain, and let me tell you, the amount of time it took me to get on the mountain was way less comparable to the amount of time it took me to get down the mountain for some reason, which I hated. But it was really good, worth it, 101%. And then we went on a boat ride. We saw the Blue Cave, the submarine, everything. The views were insane as well. And the next day, I had to say goodbye to everybody. Everybody was so fucking lovely, and I was like, I already felt like they were really close to me, but then again, I had to leave. So, and on the same day night, we had a barbecue. I didn't go for the barbecue. I was out with my friends. Then we went for pub crawl. We played some drinking games. Pub crawl late in the night. There I met the girls from US, Abby and Gabby. And then I had my really nice fit, which I already planned as well. And they, as soon as I go into the bar and I was having drinks with my friends, Abby's like, I don't know who you are, but your drip is sexy. I'm like, are you talking to me? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, thank you. She's like, no, give me your phone. I'm like, give me your phone, you're a stranger. She's like, trust me, give me your phone. Okay, I was like, gave my phone, and she's like, I'm gonna take some good pictures of you. I'm like, I already took the same in outfit. She's like, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna take them for you. She took some really nice pictures. I won't complain. She did take some good pictures. And then we had our sweet time. We had our conversation. And she's from US. She was traveling as well. She went to Croatia, Dublin, Dubrovnik, Split. She was giving some nice recommendations of places I wanted to go as well. So I was like, fair enough, girl. You know your ball. So she has some real life knowledge. I was like, yeah. And then she went to the trip. She was with her friends, I think. But then when we were having a conversation, we were having a really nice conversation. And after that, I went back to Michael and those guys, Sophie, Eden, everybody. We were having a nice conversation. And then I had to go back. We went back, took a nice dip in the ocean before we were going to bed. Came back to the hostel like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, slept. I slept like a baby. And then I had to wake up at like 7:30, 8ish. Go take the bus to the Budva. Now, while I was taking the bus to the Budva, I met a girl from London as well who was in the same hostel as me. And we were going to the same hostel as well. Her name was Matilda, so shout out to her. And then we had to check in at like 2 p.m. and we reached Budva like 10 a.m. So we were like, what do we do? And then both of us suggested that we can go to the beach, chill there for a while. So we went to the hotel, gave our bags, and then we went back to the beach, chilled there for a while. There I saw a nice cliff. I was like, my introduced thoughts were like, yeah, we're jumping that. And I was like, okay, Matilda, you chill at the beach, take a nice spot for us. I'm gonna be back real soon. I'm gonna do a cliff jumping. And she's like, but you don't know swimming. I'm like, that's exactly the point. Yes, guys, I don't know swim. I don't know professionally swimming. I think I can float myself. But then again, later on in the story, I realized that I can't that as well. But I'll tell you that as well. So I went to the cliff jumping spot. There were people who were jumping and all. There were these two Polish guys, and then there was one American, and then one of them was an European. I don't know which country was he from. But then again, everybody was in a group. So I was like, guys, whatever you guys are doing, it's really cool shit. I want to do that as well. I've already tried that once in my life, and I'll tell you what happened. So I told them, guys, I don't know how to swim. So what I want you to do is, you guys do your cliff jumping. 4 of you jump, and then you guys stay in the water, and then I'm going to do the cliff jumping. And if you feel like I'm about to drown, please save me. And they were like, are you sure you're going to trust me? I'm like, guys, I trust you more than my life. I'm giving my life to you guys, so please save me. And they were like, you know what, we got you, man. And then few of them jumped, few of them, and then the other third guy was like giving me really good confidence, like you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. I was like, you know what, I can do it. I do a quick run up, and then I was like, I'm not looking down, I'm just seeing the ocean, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go there. And then I jumped, and then I did a flip. I should not do that, but I did a flip, and I jumped into the water. Oh, the adrenaline rush. I know I'm an adrenaline rush junkie, but extreme sports are the way to life, guys. Trust me, it is the way to life. And then they saved me, and then I went back. It was nice, and then we went to the hotel check-in. There I met this girl, Heda. Such a beautiful soul. I love Heda as well. Yeah, and then I met these two guys from. One of them was from Scotland. One of them was from Australia. I don't know. Alfie, and then there was one more guy called Ben something. I don't know. I don't remember. Then there were three Australians, separate group, Claire and something. And they were really nice people as well. And now, as soon as I was about to check into my room, Matilda has her own room in a different floor, so she went back. I had my room in the first floor, and as I was about to enter into my first floor, there were four people already speaking. The two guys I told, Alfie and whatever her name, and these two girls, Australians again, Amelia and Caitlin. Amelia and Caitlin. So now, I started the conversation about introducing myself, and then these guys had to check out at like way early in the morning, yeah, and they were about to leave to Kotor. But as soon as I joined the conversation, we had a conversation for like 3 hours. And then at the end of the 3 hours, they're like, we don't want to leave. I'm like, I mean, I know I'm charming, guys. I know. I mean, but then again, you have to leave, right? And they're like, yes. And then they're like, I'm a gentleman, guys, okay? So I went with them, helped them with the luggage, dropped them off to the bus stop, and then came back to Budva. And then had some drinks with the guys and the Australians, Claire, and those three people. Really had a nice conversation about, and there was a world map in our common room in this hostel. And then like we were all talking about what the countries we are visiting, where have we been, what are the famous places, and we were having a nice conversation. And after that, we got some drinks, and there was a football match on the same day, so we were planning to go to the football match. We went to the football match. There again, Matilda joined us, and everybody, Heda joined us, and everybody was having a nice conversation. And then before leaving, Amelia and Kathleen told me that it would be really great if you are gonna come to Kotor to visit us tomorrow and spend the day with us. And at that point, I've already been in Kotor for like 3 days, and I've explored everything. But then again, Budva was small, so I did visit the main places, the old town market, the shopping place, the Steffi Steph, and so I was like, yeah, what else do I do? I've already been to the beach, I've done the cliff jumping, so what do I need to do? And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Kotor as well. And then while I was having this conversation about trying to go to Kotor, I overheard Heda saying that she's also going to Kotor. I'm like, then we might as well go together. See, everybody's joining me somehow the other. So me and Heda went together to Kotor. She had her own plan, so I respected her. I wanted to do her own plan. I met Amelia and Kathleen. We went for a boat party. I met few more people. Scarlett. There was Scarlett. There was Shannon. There was few more people. I don't remember the names exactly, but they were really lovely people as well. I met Angelica, Hannah, Ben, and there were few more people, okay, Milos, and there was this guy from Turkey. He was a host kind of thing. He was a good guy as well, and everybody had their own fun. We all jumped, yeah. And then again, there was the first time again I know that I don't know how to swim. The boat had 3 stops. So the first stop I did not jump. Everybody jumped. Second stop I took the life jacket. I jumped into the water, floated my own self. Everybody was proud of me. I'm like, I know I'm proud of myself as well, because I was not that scared, but I was like still scared because I don't know how to swim. And the third time, I took the help of the ladder, got down of the boat without help jacket, and then I drowned myself. I mean, not drowned. I dipped myself into the ocean, took a deep breath, and I was like, took my hand out for the second, took myself whole self in the body ocean, and I started to fall. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. So I hold my ladder again, come back, and then chill there for like everybody was having drinks. I was having drinks, and then Amelia and me and Caitlin, and they were all talking with different types of people. The boat party ended, and then I had time to go back. I told my goodbyes to everybody. They loved me, and then told that we're going to stay in touch. Hopefully we stay in touch, and we're going to meet them somewhere or the other in the different kind of places while we were exploring each other. And then me and Heda had to head back to Budva from Kotor. We took the same bus. We sat by each other, and then we were having a nice conversation because we both were chill. And then at one point we shared earphones because I wanted to make sure her to listen some of my favorite songs, and she would make me listen her favorite songs, kind of thing. And then I played my favorite song 505 from Arctic Monkeys. I love it. I'm still gonna hear this after this conversation, after this video. So that's happened. We were sharing our earphones. It was like a really nice, wholesome moment. I wouldn't say romantic, but it was really good moment. I loved it. And then after that, I had to leave Budva as well and travel to Albania. And then the Albania plan was like really abrupt. I hadn't planned everything in mind, so I had to cancel my all previous booking to Albania and then change my plan to do the hike from Valbona to Tet. And then while I was traveling in the bus, I met with a guy who was half Indian, half American. So his name was Trevor Gale. Shout out to you, man. And then we were really having a nice conversation about how his family, ex-family, and everything. His stepmother was from like Indian Patel and everything, and then I was like, I'm also like, I'm Jain, so I know Patels. And then we were having a real nice conversation as well. And then we had to split ways as well because he had his own plans and I had my own plans, of course, and we were in different hostels. And then I head back to my hostel. This is called Tia's hostel, and there I meet again. Now I meet again two people, Emily and Chelsea, and then Matthew. So this Matthew is the guy. This Matt is the guy who was doing his vacation for like 9 months, and he was on the end of his trip. After this, he's going to Athens and then back to his Australia, of course, Aussie. And then Chelsea and Emily are also Aussies. Yeah, and Chelsea also works at a retail store, and Emily's a nurse, Matt is a nurse. And then while we were trying to bond ourselves, the first day we went out, got some food and everything, and the next day we had to start our hike. And while on the start of our hike, the bus was like really awkward, everybody was quiet. But then when we reached the first guest house in Valbona, the Shala River, where everybody has to drop out, and then we were having a conversation about where is everybody from where. And then I met two lovely couples. First couple was Benji and Cassidy. The second couple was like Ebony and Angus. Lovely people. And guess what? I got to know their names at the end of the trip, which is like really fun thing because I was having a really nice conversation with everybody. Yeah, and then I also met the 4 American girls and then 2 American different girls. So 4 girls were in a group. I love these girls to the core of my heart. Oh my god, I really love these girls. Okay, like not romantically, but I love these girls. I adore them, affection. Hannah, Anna, Grace, Kathleen, the best of the best. I swear to God. I speaking to a lot of Americans. These are the best kinds. And then the different one was Camille and Mariam. Camille was like a really shy girl, but yeah, Camille and Mariam, they were really good as well. And then Benji, Kesari, I told you guys, everybody, and we had like a really nice group now, a group of good people, and then we were having nice conversations and everything was going good. And then we started our hike. Oh my god, it was like a really 8-hour long hike. But when we reached the top of the mountain, oh my god, like I was surrounded by mountains on the top and I was at the peak. It was so surreal. I had to do a famous pose as well. I did a nice pose as well. I think I might upload that photo here as well while I'm gonna upload the video. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be here. It was a really nice pic. And then we hiked ourselves down, went to a guest house in Tet. Oh my fucking god, it was so good. Like in between of the Alps, we had like a really nice guest house. There were cows, the sunset was so good, the building, the place, the food, everything was real good. And then we had a group dinner at the evening. Everybody's having nice conversation, and then we played some games, Mafia. And then first time I had to explain the game to some of the people who were new, and then second time when we started to get the hang of the game, everybody was having the fun of the time. And then we had to, next day, we went to the Blue Eye, this is the point, this is the main part of the story. We went to the Blue Eye, and the water was ice cold, like ice cold. If you dip yourself into that, your body literally freezes for a second from the shock of the coldness, and everybody tried to dive and everybody was doing it. And then as everybody was doing, I felt the foam and I was like, you know what, I want to do as well. And let me be honest, I don't know how to swim, but I was really holding myself to the cliff, to the edge, and taking the support from it and trying to just dip myself. That's all I was trying to do. So and my feet were touching the rocks on the shore. Yeah. So when I tried to dip myself, I lost the contact with my hand. I was like, still, I have the contact with my feet contact with the stones on the ocean in the edge. But then when I dipped myself, my feet also flew, and then I drowned. I honestly drowned myself. And then I was trying to survive, and the people were thinking that this guy is he gonna come back or not? And then some people, and then Matt shouts from other side because he was holding a camera. He was like, "Somebody save him!" I'm like, "Matt, you could have saved me," but he's like, "I don't want to risk my camera." I'm like, "Fuck you," but makes sense. And then other people, Mariam and Grace and these girls jumped into the water, saved me, and unintentionally I tried to drown Mariam. Sorry about that, but they saved me. It was really good experience. I mean, that's a bad experience for them, but I had one of the best experience. And then we had to head back, hike ourselves down, and then as we were leaving, the weather was starting to change. We were hearing thunderstorms, the rain was raining, and then everybody was trying to leave, and then we had to go back. And then most of them, while we reached the hostel back in Skoder, everybody split apart from themselves. So now Benji and Cassidy had to leave, Angus and everybody had to leave a different place, and then yeah, but I had to stay for one more day. So now it was me, Matt, Chelsea, Emily, and the four American girls. That's all we were. So we four, we went out, me, Chelsea, Emily, and Matt. We went out to get some dinner, did some shopping. These girls joined us as well. And after shopping, I was like, fair enough, I'm done with this. And then Matt had to leave because he had to pack and leave as well. And then Chelsea and Emily had to stay for the day, and they went back to the hostel. And then me and this four American girls. So we were traveling more and more. I was roaming around because I had to make most of my time, because that was the day I had to take my flight back to London, and then I had to plan something else for myself. So then I went with these four girls. We had some nice place to have lunch, and then we went shopping, and then I had to do some souvenir shopping for myself back at home. I did some good souvenir shopping for myself, got some gift from my friends, and then I had, because at that point I really made a nice bond with four of these girls, so I had to give something them. So then I found some nice pendants with initials. So I had an A initial, a H initial, and Grace, G initial. But for Kathleen, there was no C initial. So I was like, but I was like, you know what? But she likes blue color. So I was like, you know what? Let me get a blue bracelet for her. And I bought a blue bracelet for her, gifted them that. Had to say my goodbyes to them. And on the time of dinner, I met everybody. Everybody gave me a nice, good little hug. I love them. I love you guys to the core. Trust me, I still love you guys to the core. And I'm gonna meet you guys soon, sometime in the future. I know I'm gonna meet you guys somewhere in the world. And I'm gonna see you guys. And I had to take my flight back home. It was a hell of an experience, but thank you for giving me so much of memories. And I'm gonna do my solo trip once again, and I'm gonna upload this video as it is, raw again, you know. See you guys, love you guys, and I'm gonna come back with a few more stories soon.